guys. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. I haven't come on and talked to everybody for a little while. So I wanted to come on and say hi. Gosh, I look so pudgy, don't I? I've gained so much weight. Oh, well. Anyway, let me pull the chat up, guys. I miss you all. Turned on YouTube for a few minutes and everybody was yelling. I said, oh, Lord. Let me see if I can take a right turn here and talk about something non-drama related. Well, I tell you, even if you stay off for a couple days, it doesn't take too long to get caught up on what all's going on. So the more things change, the more they stay the same. Isn't that the truth? Hi, guys. See 17 of y'all are here. Hope you're having a great day. It is beautiful here in just pops into my head in mid Carolina. It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna go outside and soak up some sunshine here in a little bit. I actually don't have a doctor's appointment today, so when I was thinking about my January favorites, actually I was up last night in the middle of the night, which is not uncommon, but I started watching, what inspired this is I started watching other people's favorites, January favorites. And, I had done one like a yearly favorite, and that's the first one I had ever done. And I thought, well, gosh, I don't have anything to show people that people would be interested in. But after watching other people's, one of my favorite things is watching other people's favorites. And it's mainly in the beauty community, but I like when they talk about other things that are not beauty related, although I have a couple beauty things and I certainly enjoy and appreciate that. But I like hearing about experiences that they had or non-beauty items. So, guys, sorry, I'm moving slow here. I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, unfortunately, once again, the majority of my time was spent this time at dentist appointments. So, oh goodness, but I do have one I'll start with while I'm pulling up the chat. I had a really neat experience last weekend, or was it 2 weekends ago? So it was technically still January. One of my teachers that I used to work with, that she was the 2 doors down from me the whole time I taught, and actually her assistant and one of the other teachers I taught, well, she was a resource teacher at the time, but ended up being a kindergarten teacher. Well, she stopped teaching and opened up or started with a group of people, a place in Raleigh called A Place at the Table. So if anybody lives nearby, or you can look it up, they have a really neat website. They just opened, they had what's called a soft opening a couple weeks ago, and Michelle invited me to breakfast. So she came and got me, and it was, I cannot even tell you how wonderful it was to just soak up their presence and how much I miss them. And these 3 women are warriors. I tell you, if I was at all discouraged about the state of society or the state of humanity and people, these 3 women inspired me. Not only do they spend most of their time giving to others all day long professionally, but I'm saying every weekend they're doing something, marching, protesting, volunteering, having people, refugees in their home. Just incredible human beings. So that was really an amazing experience for me. But as I started to look at it, there are a lot of these restaurants all over the United States where, I'm sorry, I didn't even explain this. So A Place at the Table is a restaurant that's set up where it's a regular restaurant, delicious restaurant that serves breakfast and lunch. And you can go in and there's a price, a suggested price. Let's say it's $7. And you can pay that price, or you can pay more than the price as a donation, or you can take a token. If you do not have the ability to afford that, you can take a token, and that is your payment. You can also choose to work for your meal, like you can eat there and then volunteer an hour later somewhere. Could totally just depending on your circumstances. And it's in downtown Raleigh, so it's in an area where there's some need. And I thought that was such a novel concept, but it turns out that there are tons of these all over the United States. There was one right after I went. It was advertised on PBS. That was in the mountains of North Carolina. That was set up very similarly, but it was a buffet style, which was really neat. So I thought that was so great. Such a beautiful concept to me. She was explaining how, you had a lawyer sitting next to a homeless person, sitting next to a professor, and they were all eating the same meal and talking in the same conversation together. And it was just, to me, I just get all over that kind of stuff. So that was one of my highlights of January. Of course, seeing my great teacher friends who are wonderful, just absolutely wonderful. I knew they were great then, but boy, they've even gotten more dear to me. Okay, let's see. So I got myself pulled up here. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm a little rusty. Okay, hi guys. Hi, Mama Three Boys. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Bless This Mess. You never heard of a restaurant like that, Bless? Yeah, I thought it was so neat. And like I said, I don't know exactly what you would look under, but just look in your area. I'm planning on volunteering there when I can, but I get a little bit better and can stand on my feet longer. But it was just, and there was, oh gosh, let's see, maybe 5 or 6 staff members, paid staff members, and then everybody else was a volunteer there. So I thought that was really neat. Hey, Spirit Wolf. Hey, Red Roadrunner. Hey, Uber. Uber, everybody loved your interview, by the way. Everybody just felt, I don't know if you read those comments under that interview, but people were like, oh, I love Uber even more than I did before. And I did too after talking to you. You're an amazing, amazing woman. Uber, you're my favorite for January and probably for February too. Okay, let me see what else I've got here. So this by far made the top of the list, and it is Moroccan argan oil, which if you listen to anybody, doctors or anybody in the beauty community, everybody's talking about argan oil. It's kind of old news by now, but for some reason, I've just never tried it. It's expensive. That's probably why. But my mom actually got this for me. It was on sale it was a Walgreens brand. And I know nothing about argan oil as far as, this is neat. It says it's made in Morocco, Italy, Chile, and Mexico. So I don't know if this brand is particularly, like if it needs to come from a certain place, but it was amazing. It says for hair, skin, and nails. Yes, Morning Glory, the place in Asheville. I think that's what the PBS person was talking about. 12 baskets. That's what it was. Do you live in Asheville, Morning Glory? Asheville has a part of my heart. I lived there for 6 years. I love Asheville. Yes, Debbie, that would be a good place for high schoolers to volunteer. Yeah, so argan oil, what do you use it for, Bless? I put it on my skin at night after I wash my face or use my beauty wipes, and then put moisturizer on because I have very, very dry skin. And the next morning, I mean, I really woke up and could tell it was very soft. But I ended up putting it in my hair 2 days ago because, I've been curling my hair with those curlers that I showed you all and putting in a lot of product, and it was made my hair really dry. So I, with my thin hair, hey, Lavender, I'm doing great, honey. I don't like to put any kind of oil or anything that would make my hair flat or greasy looking because, look, I can do that all on my own, I can do that all by myself. So I was a little hesitant to do that, but I just put maybe a tablespoon and then spread it throughout my whole hair. And oh my gosh, it did not make it greasy. It just made it really shiny and lovely. So definitely was slow to get on the bandwagon for argan oil, but I assume pretty much any kind would be great. You do? Hey, Jamie. Jamie, since you're here, I'm going to say one of my other favorite things that I wrote down um, was the series that you recommended or your husband recommended on Netflix, which was Ozark. It was really good. I could not stop watching it. I think I watched it the whole season in 2 days. Um, and I love Jason Bateman. Love, love, love him. I think he's hilarious in comedies. And, this was a very serious, kind of dark series. And I was so irritated when I first turned it on and saw that Laura Linney was in it because I cannot stand her. She's just one of those people that gets on my nerves. I think she's a really good actress. She's in everything. But I tell you what, my heart softened a little bit towards her after the whole series because she did a brilliant job. And the kids were so good in that series. Yeah, you liked it too, Larianne? So now I'm looking for something else. One of the favorites that I was watching last night, she said it was a murder mystery that's on Netflix. Old Town? Something like Old Town? Does that sound familiar to anybody? Or does anybody have a new good series that I would like? Because you know what I would like, obviously. Oh, I'm glad you did Lavender. You got your grandbaby. How old's your grandbaby? Hey, Ranger Danger. I'm doing really well. Oh, wow. You're still getting snow. Oh, I hope we don't get any more snow. I just, I have a hard time walking on regular ground. So, okay, let's see what else I've got here. I really don't have but just a few things. This is, I think I've shown you all this before, but I just bought another one like a week ago, and that is highly unusual for me. I mean, I don't buy a lot of makeup, and I certainly don't repeat items unless I really, really love them. And it's this Revlon eyeshadow palette, and it's called Watercolors. And I do think I showed it to you before, but I probably, when I did one of my Get Ready With Me's, I have it on today. I don't know if my camera's probably not that great, but it's kind of the cool purples and pinks. And, compared to high end, it might not be as good pigmented, but I think it's lovely for less than $10. I just think it's a very pretty palette, and it stays on really well, called Photo Ready Revlon. So that was a repeat buy, which, like I said, I don't believe I've ever done that with any eyeshadows because they last forever. Memphis 3. Oh, yeah, about the, I think I've seen part of that, or would that be under the documentaries, Morning Glory? Because that's a true story, isn't it? That's one that Randy would like. I think Randy might have talked about them before. You want to see my shirt? It's a well, let's see if I can do it this way. It's like comes down to here, short sleeve. It's got ruffles in the back too. I don't know where I got this. I know I ordered it online. It kind of looks like one of the things that do you still have your online boutique, Les? Looks like something that you would sell in your online boutique. I like your stuff. Okay, let's see what else. Just a couple more things. You're gonna laugh at this because it's obviously Christmassy, but y'all, I think I've told you before, I'm so emotional about smells, and vanilla being one of my favorites, obviously, and I know I've always worn Chanel number 5, so that's very special to me. But when it comes to like candles and things like that, I love the Christmas smell all year round. I love it, like the pine smell. But this is something I got in December, but I still love it in January. So I saw this and I picked it up. It's these, and I don't even have one in here. I just have the hangers, but they're those sticks that you get, and they smell. I mean, it smells just like old-fashioned Christmas to me, and it's called Oh Christmas Tree. Um, and you're supposed to put it in a Christmas tree, like a fake Christmas tree, to make it smell like one, or in a wreath or something like that. And I've never used it that way, but I put them around the house. I put them in the car. That makes it smell really good because it's very strong. And I put a couple in my closet. And boy, when you open up your closet door, even now, 2 months later, it just, I don't know, it smells so lovely. And I was wondering, I need to go online and see if this brand called Scent Sickles makes anything else. Because, you know, like I said, I use those wax melts a lot, but they only last like a day. You have to replenish them almost every single day. So I like something that stays, that you don't have to worry about. And 2 months later, these are still smelling great. And I have no problem in July smelling like Christmas. Hey, Pixie Pink Pillow Talk. I like that name. Do not mix this up with the other. There's another one that they had at Tuesday mornings, and I was like, oh, because they're, you know, it's not expensive, but it's not super cheap. And I thought, oh, that'd be great. But it was a different kind of Christmassy type smell. But oh my God, it was horrible. So make sure if you're going to order, you get Oh Christmas Tree. I doubt anybody's going to jump online and order a Christmas thing right now, but I just thought I'd share that with you. And another kind of Christmassy thing, but I used all month in February that I loved, which was another one of my favorite smells. It's called Vanilla Blanc, white vanilla, and it kind of has, I don't know, a unique undertone to it. This is from Yves Rocher, which I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right at all. Probably butchered that, Yves Rocher. And you see their ads all the time. I think they come in like a lot of magazines. It's a French company, and I've always loved everything that they have. It's all natural, and the reason why I thought this was so unique, I used to work at a store called Inner Self. Now, this was years ago. This was when in between one of my college years. So, you know, 20 years ago. Does anybody ever remember the store Inner Self? It was like a Victoria's Secret. They sold bras and lingerie and pretty sleepwear and bathrobes, but they also had a lot of lotions. And there was one signature scent, and the whole store smelled like it. And it was the first like tester that when you walked in that was sitting right there. And this it smells very close to it. And I was like, you know, brought me right back to working there, which was a good time. You know, it was a good time in my life. And I remember my boss, I was getting my teaching certificate then. So I'd already got my psychology degree. And I was back in Raleigh working there because it was at Crabtree Mall. And I remember her, you know, I was just a floor person, you know, I had no title or anything. I wasn't an assistant manager or anything. And I remember my manager, right when I was interviewing to become a teacher, I was so like, that's what I would do on my days off is interview. And she was trying to convince me to take my, you know, at this point in time, 5.5 years of college and be an assistant manager slash moving up to be a manager of this store. And I was like, oh my gosh, she kept talking to me about, is that the principal? You sure you want to work with them? And it was funny. I thought, no, 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 no. Don't want to spend my life in retail. But did anybody else have that store? It was a nice store. I don't, you know, it closed down. It wasn't around for very long. Smells are the first scent to trigger panic attacks for you. Really, Lisa? What kind of smells? They're very powerful to me, too. Luckily, I don't have a whole lot of bad ones. That's very interesting. Okay, and then I think, oh, I know, I've got two more things. This is another thing that I ended up, I've had it for a little while, but I ended up picking it back up in January. I think because I'm so pale right now. Not that I was much different in the summer because anyway, I wasn't out at the pool or anything, but it gives like a nice bronze tone underneath your skin. And it's a primer. by L'Oreal, which I tend to like almost all L'Oreal products. It's called True Match Lumi Liquid Glow Illuminator. And I ended up using all that up. I've had it for a little while, but I used it up in February, so I thought I'd show you that. It's pretty good. I'm not, I actually think I would buy this again. It was a nice, kind of like a bronzer. So that was lovely. And then the last thing I want to show you real quick, which you probably laugh at too, but are these dollar store sunglasses that I probably have bought 5 pairs of these, if not more. And, I bought expensive sunglasses in the past. And of course, I don't even know where most of them are. They're the first ones that get broken or lost. And of course, I have almost all of these that I've gotten from the dollar store. I don't lose these, the dollar ones. And even though I don't pay attention, I can throw them anywhere. You don't have to worry about them getting scratched. And they're the ones that stay the nicest. So go figure. But I just think they're so cute. To me, they look sort of high end, and I like the style. If I could find a more expensive pair that looked like this, I don't see why I would need to buy them. But if I was inclined to, this is the style that I would get. So they're, I have a really small head actually. So I like a bigger sunglass, but I can't get the real big ones because it literally would be like a shield on my face. These are, I don't know. I just say they work well for me. They're comfortable. They don't hit my eyelashes. That's a lot of times I have a hard time. The eyelashes will hit the lens, and they're cheap as dirt. And I've seen them at every dollar store I've gone in. I've got my mom a pair. I got her a pair that's a little more round and a little bigger than this. But I just thought I'd show you those because I know most of us go to the dollar store at some point in time. If you want an extra pair just to throw in your purse or throw in your car, if for some reason you forget them, or I wear them with pride wherever I go. So I thought I'd show you that. And that's really about it. Nothing too revolutionary. I was going to show you the lipstick I have on because I know somebody's going to ask. I literally just grabbed this right before I turned the computer on, so I don't even know what brand this is. Oh, it's Clinique. So I've got this on as the base. It's just a real pinky pink. I think this came as a free gift. I might have been showing you all this before. And then on top, I've got Pink and Chic lip gloss. I don't even know what brand this doesn't even have a brand name, but it's just like a nude gloss on top. Pretty look, huh? So that's all I have. I just wanted to come and say hi and see how everybody was doing. I'm going to try to film tomorrow if it works out. I've got an awesome, awesome recipe to show you all. My sister and her 3 kids, my 2 nephews and my niece, are all coming over for like a Valentine's Day lunch dinner. They're coming around 3. And I'm going to cook like an Asian style dinner because I think I've told you before, that's my niece really likes that. She's 20 years old and she goes to Peace College here in Raleigh. So she's coming. And then my 2 teenage nephews are coming, my sister. So I made this dish the other day for the first time. It's called sesame chicken. And it is so, I could have eaten the whole thing myself. And it's very easy to do. So I was going to make a big batch of that and then some egg rolls, some baked egg rolls to go with it. And I will show you how to do that tomorrow if I can get everything together and it's not too last minute and stressful and people aren't here while I'm filming. So if I can get all that done, I'm going to film it while I cook it so that you all can see the recipe because I think pretty much everybody would love this chicken recipe. So that'll be tomorrow. Like I said, they're coming at 3, so I'll start pretty early. I'll say certainly by 1, I should be started. But don't hold me to it. I'm just hoping that everything works out so that I can show, because I really want to show you the recipe. Yeah, this sesame chicken, it's so good. What did you say was just mouthing? What did you say? I hope you're not going to go to prison. Oh, I missed it. Let me see what's going on. You have sunglass addiction? Bless, I thought those were cute for $1. Oh, Ranger Danger. I don't know what happened, honey, but I hope you're okay. Okay, well, anyway, I hope everything's okay, honey. Listen, we got to all stick together, and it's a hard world out there. So bless you. I hope everything's okay. But I know this was just a quick, short chat that I wanted to say that I was thinking about you all, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Love you, and have a good rest of the Friday. Bye, guys.